Hi, I'm going to try to do a short video. I can't really tell what you can see because I've got the sun in my eyeballs. But I'm thinking that you guys won't have that glare. It's hard to say. Anyway, it is April 28th, 2025. Happy birthday, Nancy. So, the dog's over here crying. I don't know why. Let me see if I come over here. Is it going to be better? It's better for me. I got my hair in a ponytail. So I came out here with the idea of putting oil all over me, but maybe I'll take that out. Anyway, so I'm out here trying to get some vitamin D and also get a little color on my skin because I'm awfully white. And yes, white is beautiful. I mean, there was a time when they thought it was royalty. I don't know, they stayed out of the sun. Well, I've always been wanting to get a tan because I like a little color. However, I haven't been in the sun for a while. A couple of years ago I was. But I don't know. So there's like a shadow across my face. I can see that. The sun is going behind the leaves up there. So how can I get you? Okay, let me stop here and think about this. The yard is all covered with shade. I found myself a little spot that had sun, so I came to it. Let's see, I'll chair forward. See if that lasts. But now I can't tell. That should be okay. So, I should be out walking, huh? Instead, I'm on the back porch. And yes, I will. I'll get up and walk. So I might just walk the length of the yard and back and forth and back and forth. Oh, April is almost over. I do skip around a lot. Okay, so I said happy birthday to Nancy Caroline. I'm sure that she's having a wonderful day. However, she might be at work. Hopefully that day will be wonderful too. But anyway. In my head I was singing happy birthday. I think I'll leave it there. It must have been a couple of years ago now, Nancy, that you took me out to dinner on my birthday. What a sweetheart. You really are. A wonderful person. So always remember that. I love you. Okay. So I'm trying to get me some vitamin D. I don't know if it's D3. It's just plain D. I don't know the differences, you know. You know, they say we need our vitamin D3. But what's the difference between D3 and just regular D? Maybe I'll have to look that up. No, I'm squinting. I got my shades on, but I'm still squinting. Ah, the sun is warm. Just had the weirdest video pop up on my screen. I watched quite a bit of it, probably, but I got off of it before it was done. It's like this video that comes through. It says it's just for you, you know, and it's this, you're the chosen one, and you've got da-da-da-da-da. I don't know what it was trying to say, but something was coming, and it's already here. Anyway, isn't that strange? I think that's rather strange. But you never know. And then you never know what force it comes from. Sometimes. They can do anything. Who are they? I don't know. The forces that be. Spiritual forces. I don't know what all they can do. The sun feels good. It's rather warm. So what I was going to do is put oil on my skin, but then it'll get all over my hair, so that's why I had my hair pulled back. Oh, what say ye? Today is already Monday. We just had Saturday. I can't imagine how fast someone's life is flying by when they're so busy. When you're totally busy, it's gone in a blink. And when you're not totally busy, but you're older, it seems to be gone in a blink. The days, they come and they go. I seem to be caught up in those days. See, I can't see the screen. I can just suppose that I'm there because the sun is in my eyeballs. Yeah, I need a little sunroom where I can go, and there's privacy all the way around, but you have sun. Yeah, I've gone to those tanning beds, well, 3 or 4 times. Probably 4 by now, I don't know. Once a week. We didn't go this last week, but I've been sitting in the sun, so that's okay. Because you definitely can get some rays. They say you really only need to be in the sun about, I want to say 20 minutes a day. Yes, I'm still of that notion that I want to get a little color. But I guess you shouldn't try to be burning yourself. I think they said come out between 10 and 2. I can feel it on my legs. On the top of my legs. You hear the birds? Can you hear the birds? I can hear them. And I hear a dog. I think he must want to go back in the house. What's up, Bubba? Is that what you want? You want to go back in the house? I haven't been out here long enough, but I could let you back in. I should have put some oil on my legs, though. I have not. Okay, so I was going to read to you guys about the second coming. And when I do, you should probably, if you're interested in it, you might want to have a little notebook there to write down some scriptures. if you wanted to look at it further. I don't know. And then I should really get into Mormon doctrine and look up that. Because I know, like, they have it, things you want to look up, okay, by topic. And then when you go to that topic, sometimes it'll just tell you some other places. In fact, a lot of times it tells you in the beginning of what it's about to tell you on the topic, it tells you other things to look up. Hopefully you can see me there. I don't have necessarily an example. Like say you looked up the topic of Christ, and it might say, see also Jesus, see also Son of God, the Lamb of God, the Redeemer. I don't know that it would say that, but he is that too. So you could look up all these different topics is what they're telling you. So if you don't find what you want in the thing that I'm giving you, then here, look at this and look at that and look at this. So you've got quite a bit of study that you can do. What are you doing, little boy? I'm just in my right spot. I don't want to move. However, I should do something. My legs are like burning now. And my chest felt like maybe it was getting something already. Haven't been out here long. Yes, I get distracted and there I go. Just like they say, squirrel. I didn't used to realize exactly what that meant, squirrel, but I do. You'd be going along and you got a spiel going on, and right smack in the middle of it, you get distracted because of the squirrel over here. And I got distracted because of the birdies. The birdies are whistling up here. I don't know what kind of birds. We probably ought to get some bird seed. I just looked up to see a bird go fly by on the roof, just above the roof. Yeah, that's pretty hot. It's pretty hot indeed. Part of my other leg is missing. I should back up. Okay. So what I was going to do is put oil on my legs, which that would probably make it burn more, so I'll put oil on after. Because we don't want to burn. I'll just be out here a little bit longer. Okay, so what I was going to look up, it's not really look up. Well, yes, it is. Okay, so the book I'm in, that little book that I've been reading out of, it has something called The Second Coming of Christ, or it says Christ Second Coming. I'm not sure exactly what it says. But in Mormon doctrine, we can look that up too. Second Coming. Signs of the Times. You can look up Millennium. And then it'll give us things just like what I've been doing. It tells you stuff. And as it's telling you stuff, it tells you where to go look at that. Pretty birds. Yeah, my legs are kind of burning. I doubt I'm getting much on this one arm. So I got one arm. The one I'm holding the phone with, I don't know that it's getting any. I don't have all my skin hanging out, just a little. So I don't know. Does that reduce the factor of the 20 minutes to get your allotted amount of vitamin D? Anyway, it's good for you to get some color on your skin. Don't be frying yourself. What I need is a really good after sun moisturizer. They probably have them. I'm sure they do. Soothe my skin. Take a bath in it. Not literally. Just, apply it liberally and upbraideth not. If any of you watched a couple of my videos recently, then you'll know what I was just saying. Kind of, sort of. I guess I really confuse some people because they don't understand. I use phrases from movies, from songs, from poems, from the Bible, from all kinds of places. I might steal it. It's not really stealing it, but I'm going to use it to get my point across. And a thing I did notice a long time ago, and now it might be starting to happen again. I found that I was taking on the language of the Bible, talking that language after reading so much of it. I took it into my bosom, as one of those scriptures says. I can't remember what one it is. Anyway, it's real important. It's telling you it's real important when they take you into their bosom. Plus, they incorporated you into their being, basically. Well, that's what I'm thinking about and saying with the poetry that I read, and then anything and everything that has words to it, you're liable to steal it for your conversation with someone because it meant something to you. Like, I will tell somebody that I love to take care of my baby. And they don't know what I mean? How come you don't know what I mean? Because you're my baby, Kind of strange. But I guess I can be kind of strange. That's what I'm trying to say. Is sometimes the things I say are taken out of someone else's words. And then there's those words that just came out of me. But then, I talk a lot about the light. But that's because I was raised in the church. I was raised in the light. And there's a big difference between the light and the dark. And it does affect how you feel about things. I think there's a whole lot of misunderstandings and misconceptions of what people say. And they come from your own head and what you've had to deal with, or whatever, whatever has brought you to where you're at. All those experiences are in your head, good and bad. We hope to get rid of the bad, but I just don't know. I know that my legs are burning. I might need to do something about that. They're quite hot. I don't know that I've gotten any sun on my face. Anyway, even a lifetime of 100 years is probably not near enough to learn the lessons we need to learn. Or maybe we don't need a lifetime to experience the lessons that we need. Because I do feel like that Urim and Thummim that I was given in my dream, It let me know you don't have to have everything. You need faith. You need belief. You need good intentions. You need to try to do good. When there's a choice, make sure it's the right one. And sometimes you can't. Sometimes you cannot make sure it's the right one because there's more than one right one. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but there is these different paths that you will travel depending on how much effort you put into your choices. Yeah, my shoulders, even right through my clothes, is burning. I wonder if I should turn around. Turn around. I think that is what I was singing the other day, and I couldn't figure out what it was. Every now and then, something falls apart. I don't know the words. I need you in my life forever comes to mind. I can't get the words. Okay, well anyway, I'm in the yard getting some sun. Was trying to figure that out and couldn't. So, there you are. That sun is hot. It said it was going to be 73 degrees at 3 o'clock. Hello, Bubba. How you doing? I need to go out and walk in the shade, probably. Go for a walk in the yard. Okay. Oh. I had 100% when I started, so I still should have. Oh. He's got a big old stick in his hand. Not his hand, his mouth. Just a minute, baby. I had my pants all pulled up so I could get most of my leg in the sun, so I had to pull that back down. Okay, down the stairs we go, into the backyard. I see your stick. I'm not fighting you over that stick. No. Look at the dog. When you see the dog with the stick, it's Chase, and he's wanting me to take that stick. Yeah, with your little growls. I tell you what, I'm going to walk over to this bench and sit down. My legs just aren't what they used to be, and I've got to make that better. But I'm out of the sun now. I'm in the shade of the backyard. Now, I need to know how to use these dandelions, because we have dandelions, and they're good for you. I'm trying to show you. See all the yellow. And see, what's weird is like, and the tall things that have the puff ball on the top, and you blow it and make a wish and all that stuff. Dandelions. In fact, there's a song, you can look it up, called Dandelions, and they're making a wish. I guess I ought to do that. But I don't see any puffballs. Oh, I do. I see one that's almost... I see one way over there. The yard's tiny, so way over there is not very far. Anyway, it's a nice little yard. It's got a shade tree. When you start adding all the things that they have with their place, it's not so bad. It's still too much money. But anyway, I'm thinking, I don't know what they call that, Indian lettuce, and that's what the dandelion is growing out of, are those leaves. I mean, the leaves are a part of it. So I wonder, because I know they they talk about something like that, what I just said, Indian lettuce, but they're talking about it being nature's morphine. And if you know how to extract the oil from it, or whatever it is that you do, I don't even know if you do that. You know, a lot of things you extract, and they call that, I guess, herbal extractions. And that's what I need to do. I need to take a class in herbs. You're never too old to learn, as long as your brain will work, right? And sometimes the medications that you're on can make your brain not work. Like one of the side effects from metformin was confusion. So a person really needs that. You know, we're going to be confused enough without your medication doing that to you. So that's one of the side effects. There's a big old frickin' bee up there. And hopefully he'll just leave me alone. I'm just sitting here on this bench talking, making noise. Come back down here, boy. You don't need to go in the house. This is a nice yard. Come down here. He could be laying in the grass. Chase, come down here. I don't think he's going to. Well, the other day, this was a twig, and now I can see that it's a tree. It's a tree in the making. Okay, look at there. That was a twig with no leaves just the other day. I'm not sure. And then I think we have a flower garden around the bend here. Not just dandelions, but flowers. There's some purple things over there. I don't know if you can see them very good, and I don't know what they are. And then I can tell there's some other things going to be blooming. But there's not a lot. I need to find out about the dandelions, because there are. That would be worth harvesting if I knew what I was doing. I know people eat those yellow things. But I'm thinking about the root, because you can buy something that's a dandelion root tea. So they could have like a little gold mine of natural medicine. Dandelions. No, they really don't have that many. I mean, if you knew what you were doing and really got after it, I wouldn't know. I would have to get on my knees. Just crawl around on the ground. Or you get one of those tools. There is a tool that's got like a spade in the front. I don't know if that's the right word, because it's not, but there's something that'll dig down in, that'll get under the root. And then you could clamp it together and pull it up out of the ground, root and all. That's what you do with weeds, instead of leaving the root there to just regrow. But see, in the case of all these dandelions, you might just want them to regrow and regrow. So like if I could take, Jessica will mow the ground, you know, and so all of it gets cut down to the ground. So if I went through with a pair of scissors and cut it down to the ground, what would I do with it? What good would it be? Like the leaves, maybe I could wash all that and just have like a dandelion salad. The leaves that make the medicine that you have to boil to get. I don't know. I just see it all around thinking, oh, that's good stuff. Okay, so I'm sitting in the backyard on a bench, and I'm going to show you these houses. Okay, so can you see? This one with the porch, that's ours. And there's the next door, that's the house they call a twin. And then that's a twin, and that's a twin, and that's a twin. And so they're from front to back. From front to back, they seem to be long. I don't know. Okay. And then sideways, they're half of the building. So I don't know if you can tell, but if you look at that one, you've got siding. There's two different colors on one house. Okay. So that's how that works. The siding is with the house. Not very wide. I don't know how wide this yard is. I'm guessing 25 feet, but I don't know. But it provides what you need. It's a nice green lawn with a nice big shade tree. Yes. And when it gets really super hot, I don't know how it'll be because I don't know about the humidity. But for right now, it feels really good out here. You see, my legs were burning up there on the porch because I was in the sun. I found the sun and put the chair there. So I might have got as much sun as I need if it was hot like that. Yeah. Gardens. Gardens need attention. They need attention and they need water. And I guess sometimes you need to fix the dirt, the soil. You need to make it nutritious for what you're putting in it. And then you need to realize if you're going to be eating out of your garden, then you're going to be eating what you put in that ground. So be careful what you put in there. I love this little backyard. This is not bad. Really, having a shade tree like that. And earlier it was full sun out here in the yard earlier. But now it's full shade. The sun is up there on the deck. But even there, it's not really full sun. Because the tree is in the way, probably. I need to get serious. So, it is nice. They've got a nice garage, the same width of the yard. So the yard would be way longer if they didn't have the garage. But the garage is nice. They have a sound system in there. I mean, they've got microphones and they've got a big TV that has the words going on it. They go out there and sing. And then her boyfriend's a singer in a band anyway. So he goes out there and practices a lot. But also, I'm just saying, he's got some nice microphones, nice equipment to be practicing with. Right now, I probably don't need my glasses and my shades. But like I said before, it's a place to hang them on my head. What are you doing, Chase? Chase, come here. Chase. That little boy is getting underneath the porch. But it's like he was eating something out of a bag. Anyway, yes, I hope everybody's having a lovely day. And I'm having a lovely day. It's not raining. I mean, sometimes I don't mind the rain, but if it rains and rains and rains and rains and rains, oh yeah, then probably. But it's the ones who have to go out into the weather and who want to go and play a game, and yet they got to do it in bad weather. There's definitely some big bees. I wonder if they're living here. You know, like their little nesting thing. They've got a place to call home somewhere close by, I bet you. And there are some flowers to get nectar from. You guys can have it. I don't want it. Might do me good, though. Anyway, I cannot tell if that is... So I'm going to have to go over there. When you first look at it, it almost looks like there's two stalks, two tree stalks. But I think one is a pipe. I could be wrong. I could be mistaken. And yes, I do. I make mistakes all the time. I've got to quit that. Sometimes you just don't know how to quit that. So, the future, that lovely, wonderful future, will be a surprise. In other words, if I don't get my mate before I leave this earth, I think I might still have a chance. I've heard that one would be provided for you, but I don't want one provided. I want to be in love. But you do grow to love people, so I just know that if all else fails, I still have hope for the future. I'm wanting my companion, my forever companion. But he's got to be marvelous, simply marvelous. He's got to be intelligent and kind and loving. And talented. I know I want way too much. I want to adore him. I want him to be perfect. And see, that's what I have to remember, that we're not perfect. I'm certainly not perfect. Most important thing is to find yourself with the Spirit of Christ in you, and to have asked for forgiveness, and to make peace with your past, and move on with your future. And that's really just not easy to do, is it? So, I really don't know what the future's going to bring. We can have great hopes, and they are not impossible. Impossible. Things are happening every day. Impossible. That's Cinderella. I'm sure that's from Cinderella. Anyway, sometimes we just don't know what's good for us, you know. We think we do, or we want something, but maybe it's not what we're supposed to have. It's a weird looking tree over there. It's got branches all kind of weirded out. They would almost look like they were dead, fallen branches, but they have leaves on them. So I don't know what the deal is there. It's over in the neighbor's yard. Two doors down, they're laughing and drinking and having a party. So for see, when you have two houses next door, that's 4. So 3 buildings down, or 4. Maybe the 4th building that's in their backyard. See, so that was non-sensible, what's the word I want to use? It is gone from me. Nonsensical. I think that is the word. So I need to be walking around. Right now I'm sitting here on this bench, and so I've got my knees. I'm moving my legs from the ground, my feet from the ground up straight, so that my leg is straight while it's sitting on the bench. So I am extending my leg and putting it down, and extending the other leg and putting it down, and extending the other leg and putting it down, and the other leg and putting it down. No, I'm not real strong. My legs are feeling weak. I've got to do some kind of exercises for my calves. I'm sure it was Barbara O'Neill that's talking about you need your calves to be strong so that it can pump your blood back up. Gravity brings our blood down to our legs, but we need something to help pump it back up there. That's what she's saying. I don't know, but my legs are tired. So this is like I'm walking, except for I'm sitting and my legs are moving back and forth. And my muscles, I can feel them. I can feel the tightness in my leg muscles there. So that tells me something's going on, right? Okay, I'm coming. I'm ready to go in too. Look, the dog's at the back door, and I can hear him whimpering from here. So I'm still out in the backyard. Okay, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna come back here and look and see if that's a piece of metal. I'm sure it is. I think. Oh, what is that? All right, it's kind of a soft pole. It's hard inside, so it's leaning up against the tree like that. I'm gonna take it away from there so that you can see. That is a root that has come through the ground up, starting a new tree. And I'm not sure if it's that one, but it's got to be, because that's the closest tree. And the leaves kind of look the same. All right. Oh, I forgot. I need a dandelion. I need to make a wish. There's one over here. Oh no! Oh no! down there. All my poopies got stuck in the other thing. So I guess I don't get my wish. That's really sad. And I brought it up to blow on it, and it got stuck in a different plant. And here's another one. Wonder if I can manage to get that one. Can you see it? I don't know what it takes to get your wish to come true. See, there I'm being silly, like there's something that can make it come true, right? Impossible. Things are happening every day. Wonder what that is down there. I can't get down there, so it almost looks like a terracotta bowl. Listen, you, my stuff is over here. Let me let you in. I might see about getting some more sun. Might. I need to go in and make something to eat. I should have a smoothie. Haven't had one in a while. Because I was using that chocolate powder. Let me see if that'll work. I'm not sure. Oh, my leg is shaded. Can't do that. Why is it being shaded? Alright. My legs will get some sun, but not my face. Okay, so I don't know what a rapture is, okay? I'm kind of thinking it's the same thing as the second coming. And actually, I don't have the sun in my face, so I guess I could take those off. How long? 47 minutes. Wow, okay. I'm going to pull my pants back up around my legs. Maybe so I can expose my skin. I'll have to get something that I can use to lay out with. Don't want to call it laying out, but I want to get in the sun a little bit anyway. And probably 20 minutes a day is good enough, but I'm going to extend that. I don't know how long I was out here before. Enough that my legs started to burn, meaning I could feel them burning. That tree's in my hair, see, so you can't tell. It looks like I got a big old lump there. And I have a little lump. It's not that huge. I need to move away from the tree. I don't know, people. I guess it's good that the future remains to be seen. Because some of us might not like what we see. It's really sad. That's Journey singing that. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. That's Journey. So I'm getting closer. I have 2 lines. I'm going to take it to my other hand so I can rest this one. Well, I really like my shampoo. And no, I'm not where I can go show it to you. What I need to do is get it out of the bathtub and bring it into my office, and I'll show it to you. So, but all you got to do, if you really are in need of that stuff, and I don't know how it's going to work, all I know is I feel good about it at the moment. Because it is a way to get it all over your head, all over your scalp. It's actually touching. You know, before I'm trying to put oil here, there, and everywhere and massage it in, but it's too, like castor oil is thick. So you have to mix it with something else in order. You need a vehicle. And really, if you had a thin enough solution, you could spray it on your head. And that's probably what that other stuff is, the Regrow, which I have put on. But I'm just saying that I really like this shampoo. And I like how my hair looks. And it's a twofold deal. Because it's this shampoo and cream rinse, that's the first fold. Second fold is I'm using Jessica's blow dryer that's got a big old curler on the end. It's just, it's round and it's brushes, okay? And it doesn't go round and round, it's just round. So you can grab some hair and put it around this thing, or you can even just brush it, you know, back brush it and then brush the whole thing slowly. And it's made a big difference in the way my hair looks. I mean, I was noticing the last video that it looks kind of silky, like I was talking I wanted. I've looked for curlers that I used to have when I was 16, but no, they're not around. And I guess maybe I could put on their hippie curlers or something like that. Which it wasn't hippie curlers, but it was big round curlers, and put like 3 on the top, and then 3 down on either sides, and then 1 going backwards or something here. I don't know. I wasn't really good at the blow dryer deal and the curling iron deal, but I like this particular thing she's got. I'm starting to get the hang of it a little bit. I like what it does for my hair. So I try to dry my hair pretty good, towel dry first. And then, you know, brush it with my wet brush. So it doesn't have things for my hair to get stuck in, little balls. You know, you got this little bristle, right? And at the end of it, it's got this ball attached to it. Well, that likes to get stuck in your hair. Not cool when you don't want to lose your hair any more than you have to. So anyway, I'll be working on it. I'm trying. And I really, so far, like that shampoo and cream rinse. You can feel it. Now, the first time I thought it just really, it lathered up really good. But what happened was, it came with these pumps. So you take off the lid, you take off the seal, then you put the pump down in. Well, I just took a little bit off, good enough for the straw thing on the pump to get down in there, right? And what happens? I go to put that down in there, and all this cream comes up. You see my hand? All this cream comes up and scatters all over. So I was not wanting to lose that because it was kind of spendy. I went after it with my finger and grabbed all the lotion that I could, and I was putting it up here, you know, and then rubbing it in. So when I did go get in the shower, because I was starting to feel it pull and do different things, I could feel it on my head. But it is a great vehicle, a great way to get it all over your scalp, all the way around your head and on your hair. It's good for your hair too, not just your scalp. But I'm trying to liven up some things. See, the word cuticles coming to mind, that's not it. But it's a follicle. The hair follicles need to be livened up. And I think that is working. But it also is good for my hair because my hair looks good. In my eyes, my hair looks really good compared to normal. It's silky. It has body, but it's nice and silky. I love it. So we'll hope that that's a good thing. Okay, I'm partly in the shade. My legs are getting a good dose of sun, though. Yeah, my appetite does have a problem. Meaning for a lot of, I don't have an appetite. I need to have an appetite. I need to go make my smoothie because I haven't done that in a long time. And I'm just going to start putting my super greens in my smoothie. And the blueberries are really good for me. And they are frozen. So put them in the blender, that's some of your ice instead of, because I just put the food in there because I want the nutrition. However, there are different avenues to follow. You don't have to follow mine. Meaning I would have the glass part bigger. I think it might be a 24 ounce. I'm not sure about Jessie's. See, I'm using Jessie's, and hers is, surely it's not 16. That would be so way little. But anyway, I would have one at least like 32 ounces, the cup. And then that way, you don't have to fill that cup up, but you can put a lot more in it. Like if you want to put some celery and some, not carrots, okay. Something that'll blend up good that you can drink. And carrots actually do that in a juicer. That's an idea. However, I was trying to make it simple, so I had my ingredients, because my naturopath told me to use flaxseed, ground up flaxseed, and to keep it in the freezer. So I do that. I wasn't always doing it. I did it till I ran out, and then it took a while to get some more back, because out of sight, out of mind, you just forget about it. And lately I've started putting kale or spinach in, because it's a small glass, or I would put more in it. It's a small glass. So I'm putting walnuts in, like a fistful of walnuts, and I'm putting in, I don't know if it, in between a quarter cup and a half a cup of blueberries. And then I have strawberries, but I don't always put the strawberries in. And then I've been putting in my Slim Fast, but I've only been using like a half a cup. It's like the cup that they provide in the container, okay? I'm supposed to use the whole thing, and I use half. One being because of sugars. I should go make me one right now, is what I should do. I haven't had good nutrition. That's something we need to worry about. We need to have. And I haven't been. Because fruit is can be evil for the diabetic. Anyway. Yeah, my legs are getting pretty hot. I need to be able to exercise them babies. And I need to have protein. So I do. I look, when I go to the store, I'm looking, but I haven't bought it yet. The stuff that's Ensure or stuff that's like it, there's one that's got 30 grams of protein. And see, that's the thing. You need protein in order to build muscle. And it's a natural process. If you sit down too much, sedimentary, I think they call it, then your muscles turn to flab. And then you don't have any strength to hold yourself up. So we can't be having that. I don't have my tension bands out here. Jessie has some tension bands, so she gave me to use. Okay, they're not mine, they're just to use. But anyway, they're in the house. There's one that's a thinner, lightweight one, and one that's not as thin, not as lightweight. So the lightweight is the one that I have. Okay. No, I'm pretty sure I haven't done a video today. This is it. Although I'm not sure. I might have. I did. Okay. I either made one earlier, and this is the second one, or this is part of the same one, because it's been so long. It's been an hour, so it could have been. So I wish my sister a happy birthday. Let's see, this is Nancy's birthday. And then, in 2 more days, it will be Teresa's birthday. So, that's so cool. Keep moving on. Yeah, ow. So like I said, I pulled my pants all the way up to my groin here so I can try to get some sun in more of a bikini line place. But then my body is like under this tree. I've got a little bit of sun creeping in on me. Yes, I love some old songs. Creedence Clearwater Revival is playing in my head. Do, 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 do. I don't know the song. I think they did some kind of music about Cajun queens. When I was in high school, they were playing at a fair or a place where they had rides or something. It was a place where we went on a field trip, my high school class. But they were playing there. So cool. So I must have seen them. I've got heartburn going on. So that's another thing. Things that are random that we don't know about. Baking soda will help you get rid of heartburn. Vinegar will help you get rid of heartburn. And I've got heartburn. I've got some pills up there on my dresser that's for heartburn, and they work really good. They're not Tums or anything like that. I don't know, they're kind of roundish. I have to show them to you. But they're chewables, you do chew them. So this is a nice little porch. If the tree ever quits shedding its blossoms, which are these green things that are all over the porch, I'll try to show you. They're on the railing too. You can see them on the railing. You can see them on the ground. All over the chairs. I've swept it off, and Jessie swept it off. It's just like, it's gonna stay here. I have to go get the big broom and bring it out here. I could try to sweep it off the sides of the deck. Then it would just go down on the ground. But it would be in a place where we couldn't get to it. I dreamed of some food that I wanted last night, and I told myself, okay, no, you're not going to have it tonight, you can have it tomorrow. So I've got to figure out if I want to go make that. So I'm thinking that I want to go make me, there's 2 things, because she told me about a tuna helper, so I could go ahead and make a tuna helper. That's what I should do. last night I was thinking about bread and cheese and spread and having it fried. That sounded really good. But I talked myself into waiting. So now I'm thinking, I want that. My heartburn is really quite strong. I'm over here rubbing my legs. So really what I need to do is gather up my stuff and go back in the house and make myself something good to eat. Maybe go take something for my heartburn. That grilled cheese sandwich sounds pretty wonderful, really. It does. So, yeah, my legs are burning. So I think I will do that. Let's see, I'm at an hour and 6 minutes. I just passed the 30s. Too many things to carry in, so I'm putting them away. I'm on my way home, sweet home. My daughter is singing that on karaoke when she came in for Dad's funeral. So when we were together there in Kennewick, we went to an Eagles club and they had karaoke. And so she used it. And I took a video of her and I put it on here. She did good. She does real good. I'm proud of her. Now I'm going in the house because it's nice and cool in here. And I've been here quite a bit, so I probably should get off. Oh, it's time to go sit down. Okay, I'm going to go sit down and turn the TV. I'm going to turn you guys off, is what I'm going to do. I don't want to, but I will. I'm watching Eureka. Or actually, I've been outside. I haven't been watching it, have I? It's a pretty good show. You have to check it out. Take care. Bye.